Have you ever noticed that one of the most ridiculous characters in cinema history is also one of the most unforgettable? A giant, smiling marshmallow mascot, and somehow it managed to invade the imagination of millions like a legendary monster. But here's the question almost no one asks. How did something so silly become so powerful in pop culture? And more importantly, was Stay Puft always meant to be iconic, or did that happen by accident? Because when you start looking closer, the story behind this character is way stranger and even more genius than it seems. And there's a hidden detail in all of this, a detail that completely changes the way you see that classic scene. Stick with me until the end. Because once you realize what truly turned Stay Puft into an eternal symbol, you'll never watch Ghostbusters the same way again. It all starts with a creative decision that, on paper, made absolutely no sense. Instead of creating a terrifying, grotesque, or intimidating monster, the team behind Ghostbusters chose the exact opposite. A mascot, a childlike symbol, something harmless. But why? Why choose something so off-pattern? And this is where things start to get interesting. Because Stay Puft wasn't created just to be funny. It was designed as a direct reflection of the human mind. A simple concept, executed brilliantly. Think about this. You're trying to clear your mind, avoid negative thoughts, and suddenly, that's exactly what you end up creating. See where this is going? What if the real monster was never Stay Puft itself, but the idea behind it? And then comes a question that changes everything. Did the audience even realize this back then, or is this something that only became clear years later? Because the more you analyze it, the more it feels like this character was far more strategic than it seemed. And then comes a factor no one expected: contrast. While every other movie at the time leaned into dark creatures, scary visuals, and pure tension, Ghostbusters flipped the script. It dropped an absurd character right in the middle of total destruction. And that created something rare, a visual and emotional clash. Because your brain doesn't know how to react. You laugh, but at the same time, you understand the real threat. Have you ever wondered why that scene stuck so deeply? It wasn't just a look. It was a broken expectation. And that's one of the most powerful tools in storytelling. But there's more, a lot more. Because Stay Puft didn't stay inside the movie. It escaped. It became a toy, a reference, a meme, a symbol. And then another question shows up. What makes a character cross the screen and truly enter pop culture? It's not just design. It's not just timing. There's an invisible element there, something that connects directly with the audience. And that's exactly what most people never notice. Now put all together. A simple psychological concept, an unexpected visual execution, and an absurd contrast with the story's context. The result? A character that doesn't just work inside the film, but stays alive decades later. And here's the detail that ties everything together. The real reason Stay Puft became an icon. It's memorable because it's contradictory. It represents exactly what shouldn't work, but works perfectly. And that's what sticks in people's minds. The human brain remembers what breaks patterns, what defies logic, what surprises. And Stay Puft does all that at once. So in the end, it didn't become iconic by accident. It became iconic because it hit exactly where the human mind is most vulnerable. Surprise! If you made it this far, congrats, because most players would have quit halfway through, but you stayed until the end. Now here's the real talk. After everything you've just seen, are you gonna keep playing the same way? Or are you gonna use this to actually level up? If this video helped you even 1% improve your game, go ahead and hit that like button. It really helps the channel grow and brings more insane content like this. And hey, everyone has that one friend who's been stuck at the same level for months. So do this. Share this video with them right now. Trust me, they're gonna need it. And of course, if you want to keep evolving, learning strategies, and discovering things most people have no idea about, make sure to follow the channel. Because from here on out, it's all high-level gameplay. See you in the next video.